SimpleStamping.com. I am really excited about today's flashcard. This is one of those cards, I gotta warn you, it's not in a hurry a flashcard, but it does use the flashcard template. Check this out. It's got a little tab, we've got a cute little bee, and look at him spin. Oh my gosh, it is so cute. What a fun card. And you know what? It actually is a little easier than maybe it looks. It does take a little bit longer, but I don't know. I think it's really worth it. It's really cute. Let's get going with our card today. To begin, we're going to talk cardstock. For our card, I'm going to be using the original flashcard template. Now, if you're not familiar with the flashcard template, you can find it by doing a quick search on YouTube. Just look for Connie Stewart flashcards. It should be the first video to pop up, and I'll explain how to create this little template, how we create these 8 pieces of cardstock. We have them ready, and whenever we need a card in a hurry, we grab 2 pieces of cardstock and a card base, and we're always ready to go. Be sure to check that out if you've not seen it. Now, my flashcard pieces are in basic black and whisper white. My card base is in Daffodil Delight. I have that cut at 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. It is a standard medium-sized card that'll fit into a Stampin' Up! Medium-sized envelope. I'm going to just focus on one stamp set today, Sweet Stuff. We've got just some really cute little stamps in here. I'm going to use Be Happy, I'm going to use the bee, and I'm going to use the flower. We're going to go ahead and begin with that piece of Whisper White. Let me bring in my first punch, which is going to be the 1 1/4 inch circle punch. Before I do anything, I do want to cut my circle out of my cardstock. What I want to do is I want to line up my Whisper White cardstock with the top of the punch and the side of the punch. And this would be on this side, not anything underneath or on the inside. So I'm just going to line that up, and then I'm going to line it up and give it a punch. All right, and it's not rocket science exactly where that hits, but we want to get as close as we can. Okay, now, while I've got these pieces out, we're going to go ahead and do our stamping. I'm going to use a Momento Black Ink pad. I'm really falling in love with this one. I'm going to come in with that bee, and I know typically I have you stamp first and then punch, but because of wanting, I want to center that up really good, I am going to go ahead and stamp after. So I'm going to stamp the bee in there. On my base here, I'm going to stamp 2 of these flowers. 1, and 2. And then I'm going to stamp my Be Happy right up here at the top. Okay, we're now going to work with our basic black cardstock, and we're going to bring in 2 more punches. I have got a 1/2 inch circle punch and a 1 3/8 inch circle punch. And on this one, I want to stay off to one side. So I'm just kind of down here at the bottom. I'm going to punch out 1 of the 3/8 inch circles, 1 3/8, let me make sure I say that right, and 4 of the 1/2 inch circles. I can now take my stamped piece of cardstock. You see we have all that off to the side. We do want to hide it, so that's why I wanted it all at one side. We're going to color this in and adhere it down to our black cardstock. All right, so I've got that all good to go. Now, I'm going to be honest, I'm not real big into smiling flowers. I know, it's just one of those little things. So I'm going to take 2 of those 1/2 inch circles that we punched. I've just got them here on a mini glue dot, and we're going to cover that up. Sorry, smiling flowers. It's just you're not my cup of tea. So you can see I just colored that in with the Stampin' Right marker, or you can use your Stampin' Blend abilities. Those are fantastic here. I used Daffodil Delight and Wild Wasabi on mine. Okay, we're now ready to do the magic. Are you ready? I have taken my bee, I colored him in as well, and I layered it onto that larger circle punch. And now we're going to take, I've got 12 inches of our basic black baker's twine. By the way, that measurement is not a crucial thing, just cut what you want. I'm going to come in with some Stampin' Dimensionals, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using 2 of these. So I'm going to start with 1, leaving the backing in place. That's very important. I'm going to press it down onto the baker's twine. I'm now going to take another Stampin' Dimensional, again leaving that backing in place, and I'm going to sandwich that baker's twine between the 2 sticky sides. So I have backing, and I do want to line these up just right, making sure all the edges are going to line up right. All right, whoops, there we go. All right, when you're sure you've got it, give it a nice press. Again, I have backing on both of those. That is important. Okay, now we are going to come in with our Stampin' Pierce mat and a paper piercer. I'm going to poke a hole, and I'm just going to kind of twist my paper piercer in there, making sure I'm going all the way through, which I am. Let me just set that there while I bring in a mini brad. This is one of our silver mini brads. By the way, using the silver mini brads, oh, you can see I'm just kind of twisting this out really gentle because I don't want those backings to come off. I really need those to stay on there. It is important that you use Stampin' Up! Silver mini brads, and the reason for that is they are really nice and long. Let me move this out of the way. I'm going to peel back. If you had one backing that you were maybe fighting with, remove that one. We're just going to remove a backing. So there is my sticky side. I'm putting my brad through the sticky side. And I really want to do my best not to touch that sticky. So let me try to, you know, that won't work. Let me just press that in. There we go. If you touch it, don't stress over it. I'm just going to give that a pull so you can see. Sticky side, it has a backing on it. Are you with me? Good deal. All right, now let me just set that down for just 1 second because I didn't poke my hole into my mat. I should have done that first. So there's my big circle. Again, that's been pressed down. Oops, got a little dimensional stuck on there. Let's just go right smack in the center. And I'm going to go ahead and press my brad right through there. Again, sticky side up, backing side is down. We need this to twist. And now, yes, it is true, I am having to touch that sticky, but I'm going to do my best not to. At this point, we are now ready to press on our circle. The reason I didn't want to do it first is because I didn't want to run the chance of not being able to hide that. So now I can press that on, making sure I'm going to give that a good press on the back, giving that a good press there. Woohoo! So what I can do now is spin the baker's twine around. Let's make sure it's going to spin. Oh, are you excited? I am. That's really cool. Okay. Now, I didn't want just a plain old boring, you know, thing just hanging there. I'm going to come back in with a mini glue dot, and the other two remaining circles that I had will sandwich that baker's twine in between these little circles. All right, I've got those sandwiched right there. It is ready to go. We're just going to now attach this with some snail. I am going to go a little heavy with the snail because with the spinning, I don't want to run the risk of losing anything. So we're going to attach this to the front of our card, and guys, we have got the sweetest little card. Before I close my video, I do want to give you a tip. Should the backing come off of that bottom layer, the bottom Stampin' Dimensional that we had there, if that backing is to come off, don't worry about it. If you'll take some window sheet and just punch that with your 1/2-inch circle punch, you can stick that to that Stampin' Dimensional, and that way, basically what we're doing, we don't want anything to stick or else it's not going to spin. So that's going to just kind of make a nice slick surface for that to spin on. So, well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed today's card. I sure had a good time making it. And of course, you know, you could put just about anything in that little spot. That little circle can hold just about a little flower, a little butterfly, just about anything's going to work. But you know what? I think this is going to be perfect for a little neighbor girl who's got a birthday coming up. So I think this is going to be a fun one. Guys, thanks so much for tuning into my video today. I'm so glad you're enjoying the flashcard series. Remember, you can order all the supplies I used on my Be Happy card. You can find that at simplysimplestamping.com. And also, if you really like the idea of flashcards, but you don't really like the idea of doing all the cutting, I also have available for you flashcards to go. Everything you need, everything will be cut, scored, your envelopes, it's all there ready for you to create 40 different cards. So be sure to check that out at simplysimplestamping.com. Have a terrific day. Thanks so much for stopping by today. Bye-bye.